Average Dude Softball. Today we're bringing you the Pure Blackout and the Pure Whiteout. These are going to be your NDM2 and NDM3 models, the Blackout being the 13-inch NDM3, and the Whiteout being the NDM2 12-inch model. If you're not familiar with the Pures, these are going to be that game-ready technology. You'll see right around probably 250 to 260 typically on that starting compression, and then honestly they'll typically hold that for a while. Pretty game ready from the start. It'll be interesting to see what we get performance-wise here in the video, and then where we're at by the end, hoping that obviously it's still passing compression, and honestly being right around that 250 mark. Today you're gonna see us out at a little bit of a different field than normal. We've had a lot of requests to go out ahead and find a softball distance fences, seeing as where we normally hit a baseball field. Here in New Mexico, we really don't, well, southern New Mexico, we really don't have a lot of access to fields. They keep pretty much everything locked down. It's impossible to get reservations without having a whole bunch of insurance and all sorts of crazy stuff. So we're pretty much left with a couple of the county fields that we can get to. So you'll notice today, it's not the nicest field. It is all dirt, but it does give us about 302 down the lines, 320 to center. And then as you'll see with the rest of the dimensions here on the screen, we've got kind of those distances between that 300 and 320 range to the gaps. So at least now you'll be able to see a little bit more of how the ball's flying on a softball field. Again, ignore the fact that it's an all dirt field. We don't have lots of options down here. One, there's not a lot of water. City doesn't really maintain the fields, and they make it nearly impossible to get reservations. With that being said, we had a little bit of wind today, nothing too crazy, mainly blowing from center towards third, so not really impacting us too much. I believe it was about 5 miles per hour with up to 10 gusts. Nothing too crazy there. And then it's about 85, 90 degrees, which is pretty consistent with what New Mexico heat at this point, trying to get all of our BP sessions done by 10, 11 a.m. before it's 100 degrees out here, and we're pretty much dying. These garage sessions are bad enough, trying to do the velo test and stuff for you in here. But let's go ahead and take these out to the field, get these swung for you. We'll come back, we'll do the velo test, the compression test, the scale weight, and then we'll give you our final thoughts. So let's get it. All right, let's go and test the Pure Whiteout real quick before we throw any swings on it. We are expecting to be a little bit lower since these are supposed to be game ready. Dialed to 0. And just below 275, so not too bad. We're still gonna throw our normal 75-ish swings on it here at the field, take it back to the garage, get the velo testing done, and then we'll do a final compression test. All right, let's go and test the Pure Blackout real quick for those swings on it. We do expect it to be a little bit lower since the NDMs are meant to be game ready, but we shall see. Oh, let's get it dialed to 0. There we go. And a little over 250. Let's go ahead and rotate the other side, see what we got. Right at 0. And just under 275. So kind of what we expected. We'll throw 75 to 100 swings on it here, do the velo test, and get a final compression test. Off the bench, past the concrete on a line on the first swing. Well, they got out here about as fast as the ball's gonna go.
Whenever you're slumping and you just can't seem to catch a ball.
Dude, right at the concrete again. Dude, this thing can't miss. Off the hands. I like it. It's very forgiving though. Like you can hit it anywhere pretty much.
Concrete.
Past the concrete, yep. Well over the concrete, yep.
Not bad.
There you go.
That was good.
Well past the concrete, I like it, I like it.
Those gonna go probably wide.
It's gonna go, but it's way too high. I mean, almost to the concrete, but. Line drive over the concrete, I like that. That's the spot. Right at the center field concrete. Yahtzee! It's a missile launcher.
miles per hour. 96 miles per hour. 97 miles per hour. 101 miles per hour. 96 miles per hour. 101 miles per hour. 98 miles per hour. 98 miles per hour. 99 miles per hour. 98 miles per hour. 98 miles per hour. 101 miles per hour. 101 miles per hour. 101 miles per hour. 102 miles per hour. 100 miles per hour. 99 miles per hour. 103 miles per hour.
All right, real quick before we test the NDM 2 and 3, or the whiteout and the blackout, we're gonna go and test the calibration. Dial to 0. And we're sitting almost basically spot on 350. And so if you're not familiar with the little compression disc, we're looking for 350 plus or minus 25. So we're exactly where we want to be. Let's test the blackout and the whiteout, which are NDM 2s and NDM 3s. First, we're going to test the pure whiteout. This is the NDM 2 model, 12-inch barrel. About 125 swings after field and velo. We did start right around 250, so interesting to see where it's going to be at here. Dial to 0. And we're still sitting dead on 250. Really hasn't moved at all. Let's check the other side real quick just to be safe. All right. Dial to 0. There it is. And 250. So that's what we like to see there. Let's go ahead and test our 13-inch model, the blackout, which will be our NDM 3 platform. Also about 125 swings. Dial to 0. And this one is right on 240, just slightly above on the pier side. Let's rotate it. Dial to 0 again. Make sure it settles to 0. And this one is right between 240 and 250. And I'm going to go ahead and actually do that pier side one more time just to check it out. Make sure we didn't get a bad reading or not let it settle properly. Dial to 0. There it is. And yeah, right on 250. So yeah, both sides are somewhere right between that 245, 250 mark. So again, not much movement, just like we saw on the whiteout as well. What we like to see, definitely some room to put a couple more swings on there, open that sweet spot up, let that bat sit right at that 245, 250 mark, and then go ahead and game it. All right, let's go ahead and scale weight our NDM 2, NDM 3 whiteout blackout. These are both 26.5 half-ounce end load bats. The whiteout's coming in right at 26.98, almost spot on 27 basically, so kind of expected the 26.5 sticker weight plus that 0.5 ounce end load, puts us exactly what we're seeing there. Let's check that 13-inch model barrel. And we do just have Piers tape on there as well, or grip tape. And same thing, spot on. So it's pretty nice to see they're both identical, so Piers doing it right with their end load weighting there. So just keep that in mind if you want a bat that feels closer to that 27 range. There's that 26.5 with the half ounce, or get a 26 with a full ounce. But with that end load weight, and then again, their grip, it's gonna put you pretty much sticker weight plus that end load. All right, and we're back from the fields. We're velo test, compression test, scale weight complete here with the pure blackout and the pure whiteout. Again, 13-inch barrel, NDM3 model, 12-inch barrel, NDM2 model. And all in all, I gotta say I really liked both of them. They each kind of swung generally the same as expected. Big difference I kind of found was the 13-inch barrel, kind of as expected as well, however, very forgiving. You can pretty much catch it anywhere and the ball will still go. You kind of saw that with the velo test. While the averages weren't crazy high the entire time, we were still able to maintain 98, 99 on the average throughout the entire session, with a few hitting that 101, 102 range when you really caught the sweet spot. Even though we're about 125 swings in and it is testing a little over or right at basically 250, the sweet spot still felt a little small on it. However, when you caught that true sweet spot, the ball absolutely flew. And again, even when you missed the sweet spot, the ball still went just fine. I mean, there were plenty that were going out at the fields. And then again, on the velo test, we're still hitting 98, which I don't know about you, but that's perfectly fine with me, especially if you get any sort of launch angle. 98 is going to send the ball out at just about any field at that point. So again, the 13-inch barrel model, very forgiving, feels good. Sweet spot's just a little bit smaller than I would like at this point. But it's very nice to see it still holding compression, which means we can continue throwing swings on it and see how many it actually takes to see it start dropping below 250. And as soon as we see it drop below 250, that's when I would throw it in the bag and game it, which gives you time for that sweet spot to expand. With the 12-inch barrel, honestly, for being a 12-inch barrel, it was really surprising how forgiving this one was as well. But on it, I will say, whether it's the fact that having that shorter barrel made it easier to find it, or it's just larger, the sweet spot felt bigger on the 12-inch barrel. It felt nearly impossible to miss the sweet spot when you caught the barrel. And then even again, when you weren't quite hitting that sweet spot, the ball was still flying pretty well. As you saw with the velo test, when we got to the whiteout, the averages were a lot higher, and then we had quite a few that were a little bit, I think 102 or 103 was the max with the whiteout, which did beat the blackout by 1 or 2 miles per hour. And then the overall average was about 2 miles per hour faster with the whiteout as well. So again, it can easily be personal preference. It can just be the swings. Again, only human. My swing's gonna change throughout sessions as I get tired, all that kind of stuff. But personal preference so far, I like the 12-inch model a little bit better, but I wouldn't have a problem swinging either of these in a game, throwing these in my bag. And honestly, from swing number 1, they felt great, to the point that if you bought one of these and threw them in your bag, you'd have no issue using them straight away in a game, tournament, whatever it might be. But if you're superstitious like me, I won't pull a bat straight out of the wrapper and swing in a game. I've got to put some swings on it, whether it's just here in the garage, BP, whatever it might be. With that being said though, definitely recommend both of these. Pier's definitely going to be making their way into our top 5 list. We'll have to take a look at it, see exactly where it's going to be, and we'll actually drop a new one of those here shortly for our June list as well, so keep an eye out for that. If there's any additional content you want, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, head on over to averagedudesoftball.com. We've got a bunch of ASA and USA type stuff dropping soon as well, so you're going to see that list updated as well as our USSSA list on there. We will have merchandise coming to the page before long. We've had some issues with finding manufacturing for that and making sure that the shipping times are down, all of that kind of stuff. But we will get that live on the page as well. There's also a contact us section, so if you need any help getting anything from headbangersports.com or really discounts with any of the different companies, just reach out to us, let us know, go to that contact page. There's an option to text us. You can email us or head over to Facebook, message us there as well. And if you don't want to do any of that, just drop a comment and we'll do our best to get back to you that way as well. But I'm telling you, if you go over to averagedudesoftball.com and use the contact button and text us and or email us, we'll get back to you very, very quickly. Also, if you head over to headbangersports.com, you can use promo code ADS, Average Dude Softball, right? ADS in the at checkout. That'll give you 15% off and free shipping on any Slowpitch equipment. If for some reason that link's not working, we found that there's a couple bats where that promo code doesn't work. The easy option is, if you look down in the description of this video, you'll see our Headbanger Sports affiliate link. If you click that link, follow that link, and you go to checkout from that link with any Slowpitch gear, you'll also see 15% off and free shipping as well. So you kind of have 2 options there. Again, if you want to go through a rep, make it a little bit easier, you want advice, or you want us to place the order for you, just reach out to us. We can place the order for you as well. Occasionally, we might be able to beat that 15% as well, but we'll get you the 15% minimum, free shipping, all that kind of fun stuff as well. So again, we appreciate you checking out the video. Have a great day.